Welcome back to another Swampfox Optics video. Today we are going over our two most popular pistol dots, and that would be the Liberty 2 and the Justice 2. A little bit about each one, why we made them, and ultimately which one might be a better fit for you. Real quick, before we get started with that, please don't forget to subscribe if you like our content. Leave a like, comment below, all the things to tell YouTube that you like us and tell us that you like us. Without further ado, let's get into it. So we're gonna go over, like I said, Liberty 2, Justice 2. They're very similar, but there's a few things that are different. I'm gonna give you a quick little spiel about each one, and then we'll talk a little bit more about why you might want one versus the other. Starting with the Liberty 2. Featuring a 24mm window and a sleek modern design, the Liberty 2 offers an excellent field of view while still maintaining a compact profile. The Liberty 2 utilizes the RMR footprint, ensuring seamless compatibility across various platforms, including but not limited to the majority of modern pistols and rifles. One of the standout features of the Liberty 2 is the multi-reticle system. Beyond the standard red or green 3MOA dot, users can easily switch between 3 additional illuminated reticles, an open circle, crosshairs, and a combined reticle by holding on the up arrow for 3 seconds. This flexibility enhances target acquisition and accuracy, allowing shooters to choose the reticle that best suits their needs. Liberty 2 offers 10 manual illumination settings, the top 2 being daylight bright, the bottom 2 being night vision compatible, and the rest being everything in between, ensuring clear visibility in any lighting condition. Equipped with Swampfox's shake and wake technology, the optic conserves battery life by powering down after 225 seconds of inactivity. Upon detecting any motion, it will immediately reactivate, making sure your dot is at the same brightness level as you left it when you set it down. Constructed from the durable 7075 T6 aluminum, it's built to withstand daily use and anything you might throw at it. The multi-coated lenses resist scratches, fog, and water, providing clarity in all conditions. All right, moving on from the Liberty 2 to the Justice 2. Featuring a substantially larger 30mm window, the largest of all of our pistol optics, the Justice 2 provides an expansive field of view for rapid target acquisition. The Justice 2 also utilizes the RMR footprint, ensuring seamless compatibility across all platforms, including but not limited to the majority of modern pistols, rifles, and shotguns that are equipped to take red dots. The Justice 2 also shares the same multi-reticle technology that can be found in the Liberty 2. It also features the same reticle choices, a single dot, an open circle, crosshairs, and a combined reticle. In contrast to the Liberty 2, the Justice 2 boasts a 6MOA red or green dot for the non-multi-reticle version. And last but not least, the Justice 2 shares the same illumination settings and shake and wake technology that can be found in the Liberty 2. All right, now that we have gone over just the overview of specs for both the Liberty 2 and the Justice 2, you might be like, dang, those sound pretty similar. And the reality is that they are. But there are a few key differences if you caught on, and that is what we are gonna go over now, is what are those differences and why did we come out with two optics that are very similar, but a little bit different. The most notable difference between the Liberty 2 and the Justice 2 is the size of the window. And the idea here is understanding that there is no true one-size-fits-all pistol optic. There's a bunch of different types of pistols, there's a bunch of different preferences as far as where people like to carry them, their body shapes and sizes, and so we realized that it is almost impossible to come out with one optic and tell you that this is the end-all be-all only thing you'll ever need to buy for the rest of your whole life. All right, so if we take both of these firearms side by side and we have both optics here, I have my Liberty 2 in my right hand and my Justice 2 in my left hand. The Justice 2 window is substantially bigger. The sidewalls of this optic flare up and out just a touch, and that gives a much larger field of view, while the Liberty 2 walls are just straight up and down. And what I really like about the Liberty 2 is its versatility. That smaller compact profile, while still maintaining a really nice field of view, lets it be a useful optic in kind of a handful of different scenarios. Obviously, it's gonna be more minded towards concealability, so it's a great optic for concealed carry, but it also has a big enough window that you're not squinting and trying to like really fish around for your dot if you're gonna use this on like a home defense setup on a pistol or maybe a PCC or shorter rifle. So I really like the compactness and the durability of this a little bit smaller overall profile. So moving on to the Justice 2, all of the things that I would find lacking in the Liberty 2 being a little bit smaller, I would find as a absolute positive in the Justice 2. So that bigger window is going to be a lot more conducive to competition style shooting or on a gun that I might not care as much about concealing, but I really want that fast target acquisition. And when you're using it on the range and shooting with it, it's kind of really easy for that body of the optic to kind of disappear. I mean, it's almost so big that you forget that you're looking through an optic. You just have this little dot kind of floating above your front sight post. So I really like that. And that size of the Justice 2 also has a little bit of a niche use that we've found in shotguns. The Kingslayer was an optic that we had a while back that has now moved to our legacy section, but it was really popular amongst people with shotguns because of the reticle that it had in it. And we really think that this Justice 2 is going to take the spot of the Kingslayer. So that really, really huge window on a shotgun can be really helpful. Most guys that shoot clays or have shot shotguns for a long time are not used to using red dots. And so the idea of putting a red dot on your shotgun is going to reduce your kind of field of view, right? Because you're looking now through something that's obstructing quite a bit of what you're trying to shoot at. And the Justice 2 solves that problem. It's a massive window, and when we shot clays with it and a lot of the testing that we've done, it's actually a really enjoyable experience, and it's made more enjoyable by the multi-reticle system. The ability to change your reticle to whatever reticle is best suited for you while you're shooting is something that we have found pretty invaluable around here. And when we're shooting shotguns specifically, we actually found ourselves using that circle reticle as a very rough estimation of kind of what our spread will be while shooting at clays. And when we were trying to be more precise with like a shotgun slug or something else like that, we were able to switch to a reticle that better suited that load as well. So the multi-reticle system, especially on a shotgun, shined really brightly for its versatility and what we were able to make it really good for. So moving right along into talking a little bit more about the reticles and the dot sizes brings us to our second most notable difference between the Liberty 2 and the Justice 2, and that is the non-multi-reticle variant and the size of the dot. In the single dot version of the Liberty 2, the dot is 3 MOA. And in the single dot version of the Justice 2, the dot is 6 MOA. And this is another area where we just wanted to give you guys more options ultimately for what better suits you. Some guys really love 3, some guys really love 1, some people even like 8. And we can't make one thing for every single person who likes something different. And so we just wanted to give a few options as opposed to just saying, here's 3 MOA, be happy with it. Sucks to suck if you don't like it. The idea for putting the 3 MOA dot in the Liberty 2 was because of the use case that we find the Liberty 2 being a little bit more applicable, which is that kind of concealability, defense-minded optic that is going to give you a very precise aiming point, and it's not going to bloom too much if you have an astigmatism, especially if you adjust your brightness properly. And with the 6 MOA dot that we put in the Justice 2, we were really focusing on that more competition shooting mindset. A bigger dot is ultimately going to be a little bit faster to acquire, and paired with that larger window, it really proves to be an optic that is just unbelievably fast. And even for people that might struggle a little bit with their alignment when they're presenting, it's almost like this dot just never leaves the window. And so that's why we went with the 6 MOA dot. We realize that not everybody loves 6 MOA, and we understand that, but the 6 MOA dot really does give the shooter the ability to find that dot really quickly and still make precise shots in a competition shooting environment. Obviously, we understand it's not the best for everything, but we're not trying to be the best for everything. We're trying to do a couple of things really, really well. So we think that the Justice 2 does those things really well, and we think that the Liberty 2 is set up to do its things very, very well. And lastly, if you are looking to pick up either a Liberty 2 or a Justice 2 or any other optic for any other naked gun you might have lying around in that safe of yours, please head over to www.swampfoxoptics.com to check out our selection. I promise there'll be something in there for you. And with that being said, that is all I have for you today. So thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you watching the video. Don't forget to do all the YouTube things, and we will see you in the next one.